Hey guys, what's up? Lewin here at GarageBand and Beyond. Welcome back. So today I'm going to be talking about how to sync up video with a separate recorded audio track. This is a big question I get a lot all the time emailed to me. So here you go, guys. I'm sure you're very happy to finally get this video. I would also like to add, make sure you sign the mailing list below. I'm giving away free stuff all the time. Every single month I give away free things. All you have to do is be on the mailing list. That's it. And right now I'm giving away a free guitar, so, you know, sign up. Anyway, let's talk about this. So I'm going to be using an example that I just recorded for Sunshine Superman. There is a link. There you go, link. And go ahead and click that if you want to hear the final product. But anyway, so here is the actual video track. And of course, as you can see, I'm doing this in Final Cut Express, but I will say this will work in iMovie and, of course, Final Cut Pro and anything like that. So that's the video track that I brought down that has both its video, obviously, and its audio track is right below it. Now, before I bring in the actual audio recorded track, I need to lock those channels, which I've done, and I'm going to drop this in place. Now, one thing you should immediately notice, so they're all, lined up at the header, but you can see there's a gigantic time difference here, right? So now it comes the listening part. So first thing I have on the actual recording, and I'm just going to mute, well, I can unmute it. We can hear this. And so what I'm looking for is my first cue from my audio track. In this case, I have a count going, so let's listen. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, so obviously there's, we're not playing, we're not doing anything yet. We're just sort of warming up. But, the magic of editing has repaired that. So now I'm going to mute the recorded audio, and I'm just going to listen to the video camera audio, which is mostly me cracking my knuckles and stuff. All right, so there is me starting that count. So now I'm going to zoom in because I want to make sure that the moves aren't very big. I'm going to come here to the beginning of the clip, and I'm just going to start rolling it to that point, right? And remember, this this goes for anything, any editing software of any sort, really. GarageBand, Pro Tools, Final Cut, iMovie. As you zoom in, the moves you make to your files, like when you're trying to move them back and forth in the timeline, will become smaller moves because you're zoomed into it. So that's a really helpful little tip, I think. So I'm zoomed all the way in here. So now I can really bring this down frame by frame is what I'm doing here. And since I stopped pretty much right on my count, I'm going to, bring it maybe a few frames before the count itself. Now, again, I'm going to bring this all the way back to the beginning. Make sure we're all the way, actually zoom back out, and we'll bring it back there. Okay, now let's see where we are. Oh, actually, wait, no, here's the trick. Can't skip ahead. This is the whole trick. So this is what I have figured out how to do pretty much by myself. This is my method. If anybody has another method that you think works better or equally as well, feel free to leave comments below, and we can all benefit from everybody's knowledge here. But the way I do it is I mute opposite channels of each audio track, meaning that, so what I've just done here is I've muted the left-hand channel of the camera audio, and then I muted the right-hand channel of the actually recorded audio. So if I was to put on headphones, which I definitely recommend, I have my studio monitors, and they're set up in a way that I can reference properly, but if you're doing this for the first time, headphones make a big difference. That way, so what you'll hear is the camera audio coming out of this ear and the recorded audio coming out of this ear. That way, you can actually have a sense of which one's in advance and which one's behind. You know what I mean? So let's give it a listen and see where we are in time with that count. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so you should be able to hear the camera audio, which is coming out of the right side right now, is a little bit ahead. So let's listen again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, so this should be relatively obvious. So I'm going to zoom all the way back in again, so I make the smallest moves possible. And I'm pretty much, you want to be doing this frame at a time. So that sounded to me like, well, let's see, what was it in advance? So I need to shave off just a little bit more. All right, maybe like that. Let's see how this works. 1, 2, 3. Okay, So it's in advanced. So I need to push it this direction a little bit. 1, 2. A little more. 1, 2. Let's see. 1, 2. Okay, so I went a little too far. Again, you're watching me work here, but this is how I do it. 1, 2. Shave off a little more off the front. Bring it back. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Sometimes I'm faster than others. Today I'm a little slow. 1, 2. Keep doing it. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. There it is. There you go. So, it is, a search and rescue mission for sure. You really. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So, and in this recording, I will say there is a slight slapback delay that I did by duplicating and offsetting one of the tracks just for the effect. But anyway, so it makes it mildly more difficult to lock it up, but not by much. So I've muted the camera audio now. And I'm just going to bring the camera audio, I'm going to stretch it back out so I have, something at the top. And let's listen. And so now what you're going to be doing now is looking for visual keys to make sure that you're locked up. In this particular video, I have the xylophone going, which is a really nice, simple thing to sort of use as a visual cue. So let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. You can see it's perfectly locked up now. So just remember the big trick here is muting those opposite channels, the left and the right. So you have the camera audio coming out of one ear and the recorded audio coming out of the other ear. Headphones, big plus in this process. And then, just understanding which one's forward or behind and then adjusting that appropriately. So that's pretty much it, you guys. I hope this is helpful. I use this method every single time I make a GarageBand and Beyond video or a Sunshine Superman, any video that I make with a separate audio track. This is how I lock it up. That's it. So make sure you sign that mailing list below. Check out the video itself. There's a link here. And I will talk to you guys very soon. Have a great day. Later.